Hi Libra, welcome to your weekly check-in for the 15th to the 21st of October. Within this weekly check-in, we're going to be paying attention to Pluto having gone direct in Capricorn on the 11th of October. So collectively for everyone, well, we know Pluto can often be associated with transformation, regeneration, rebirth, evolution. It can also be associated with sex and power. It rules Scorpio. Capricorn, it's often associated with how we use material resources. It can be about structure, traditions, hierarchy, commitments and discipline as well. So we may be seeing as a collective transformation and huge changes around structures, traditions, hierarchy, how we use or gain material resources, what we commit to as well. Libras collectively, it's going to be happening in the 4th house. So that's to do with security, home, family, roots, the things that you nurture. As a fellow Libra, I can say that that is actually relevant for me. And if you want to get more specific, then you'll need to look at your individual birth chart to see where the where Pluto goes direct in Capricorn, what house it happens in your birth chart. For me, I can also say within my birth chart, it's also relevant. It's happening in my 6th house. But let's get into the reading and see what the cards tell us as well. So the books you can see here are from the Oracle decks I'm going to be using for the reading today. We're going to start off with the tarot cards and get the main theme or focal point as usual and see what the cards tell us, bearing in mind Pluto going direct in Capricorn. So what does Libra need to know for the week? Okay, Libra, so what is your main focal point for this weekly check-in? Do we want to take that? That was really quick. I'm going to try that again. It was the 10 of Cups, but that was very, very quick the way that came out. I mean, it could be right. You never know, it'll come out again, possibly, but we'll see. Right, we have the Chariot. So that's your focal point. And we're nextly, that's not even a word, is it? We're going to get your energy specifically within this. You have the 6 of Wands. We are going to get any surrounding or external energies that are involved or influencing things. Okay, and we have the 7 of Wands. And any guidance or advice for you, Libra. You've got 2. So you have 6 of Cups and you have the 2 of Wands as well. Let's just move them along a little bit because I'm going to get you some oracle cards next as well. And that's just to give us an overview or give us a little bit more information about what's going on. So we're going to get a card from the Vampires deck. So the decks I've chosen today, I just felt that they felt Scorpionic or Plutonian, if that's how you say it. Again, with the themes of like rebirth, transformation, power, it sort of felt relevant to that. So that's why I've chosen them. And I didn't want to torture myself with that vice versa deck again. Again, I still love the deck, but it just wasn't working, was it? And I actually did find a more in-depth guidebook for it, which I've started looking at a little bit, but it's got some really interesting in those, so I'm glad I looked it up. Maybe that was the whole point, was for me to go and look up more information and to enhance my tarot knowledge. But anyway, let's get you a card from the Vampires deck as well. So what else does Libra need to know? Right, you've got 2 of them. You have compassion, empathy, simpatico, kindness. And you also have primal, connecting deep within, sacred dance instinct. And I'm also going to get you one from, in fact, let's move these that way instead. Let's get you one from the Sacred Power Oracle deck as well. So that connecting deep within, first of all, that primal card I mentioned as Pluto going direct in Capricorn, will be affecting Libras collectively in the 4th house. There's something about security there, your roots, should I say? Not security so much. Well, it is related to security, but your roots. So that can be family roots, your heritage. It feels like there's something there with that as well. Oh, and I've just realised we've got 14 and 13, and I do separate, shuffle, etc. before I start reading, so it's interesting that they come out together like that. Also got something similar with the 7 of Wands and 6 of Wands as well, so that's yeah, interesting. Let's get you a card from this deck as well. So this is the Sacred Power deck, if I can actually shuffle it today. This feels like it's going to be okay. Thought it was going to be an awkward one. You've got Medicine. So I'm just going to quickly have a look in the book at the Medicine card. I do know what it means. I think it's related to healing, but I'm just going to look quickly. It says, lead by example, share your knowledge with others. And we have a card of leadership here in the 6 of Wands. So yeah, it talks about healing and working with different energies, shamanism, clairvoyance, it mentions as well. And it talks about looking for an elder for guidance or mentorship as well. So yeah, it's mainly to do with healing. That's one of the key themes with that card, with that Medicine card. And if you are going to be some kind of healer, you definitely would need compassion for others to do that. And you would also need to connect to your instincts, to your intuition, that sort of thing as well. Right, so as your main theme here, and I will connect all of the dots with all of the cards as we go through it. So you've got the Chariot. That's often associated with, so it can be about movement, it can be about discipline, sometimes it's about triumph. For this card more so, it does look more about movement and achieve. It can be about trying to achieve something, moving towards achieving something. For me, sometimes it's about alignment, not so much in this card because there's only one horse here. Usually there are two, and sometimes they're going in different directions. So as a main theme, it looks like it's about moving towards something or achieving something possibly. So let's get the clarifiers out and see what else we need to know about that. So is that are you trying to achieve something? Are you overcoming challenges in trying to achieve something? Let's get more information and see what we can get from that. Maybe you're trying to move towards becoming a healer, or someone who works with in spirituality or natural remedies, that sort of thing. I mean, primal, that would be, to me, that would be connected with that sort of thing as well, like natural things, spiritual things as well. So anything else we need to know? We've got the King of Pentacles, and I mean, he's someone that builds, he's someone that achieves. That's Taurus, earth energy. So Taurus is about resources, isn't it? It's often about financial resources. Anything else for that Chariot card? So I would say if you're trying to achieve building something and it's material, it's practical. Anything else? Creating security. We've got the Hermit. So you may currently be seeking knowledge in how to do this, or that's something that you need to do, but it looks quite like it's quite a solitary path, isn't it? The Hermit is a solitary card, but as much as he is solitary, and he uses the light to guide himself, it can be an inspiration to others as well. And I guess healing type work, that would come into it too. Anything? No, not going to take that. That was a bit quick. Anything else for that Chariot card? Yes, okay. 3 of Cups. Why am I not surprised that's there? So in reverse for me, the 3 of Cups usually is just a lack of support. So whatever it is you're moving towards, and I did say, well, you got the Hermit before, and I said it's a solitary journey, isn't it? So you may be alone in whatever you're doing. Do you need support? That's a possibility. Anything else? Something else has flipped, hasn't it? Or am I imagining that? No, felt like something else flipped in the deck. You have the Knight of Wands. So again, for me, Knight of Wands, I mean, because it's wands, it's fire energy. It could be someone who, they do have the capacity to be sociable. But the Knight of Wands is often someone that goes off on their own adventure, aren't they? They're courageous, they can be fearless. So yeah, I'm still getting quite solitary kind of vibes here. Anything else? I do see movement though. Right, and then we've got the Empress. So there is a similarity here for me between the King of Pentacles and the Empress. The King of Pentacles builds and the Empress is abundant, isn't she? She creates, she's the creator. Okay. So it looks like you definitely, there's a key theme here of movement. It may be a challenge, it may be a desire. We'll get a little bit more into it and then we'll see, but it's the key theme is movement, progression, achievement. Okay, let's put these back. Actually, let me be nosy and look at the King of Pentacles and see if it will tell me anything more. I mean, I would say what you're trying to build is security. The King of Pentacles would be someone who builds security, and then obviously with the fourth house, Pluto going direct in Capricorn in the fourth house, that comes to mind. But yeah, let's be nosy and see what the King of Pentacles is building. Although, as a collective reading, it's going to be different for everyone, isn't it? Right, so we have, you've got Judgment, you've got the Devil. You also have the Three of Swords. I'm getting the word restructuring, recreating. So it's not telling me, I'm not picking up specifically what this is, but I mean, judgment can be about a second chance, can't it? So if it's something that you've failed to do in the past, or you're coming out of some sense of disappointment and then trying to build a new life, basically, that would be the sort of energy that's coming through here of what you're trying to build. Okay, we'll leave it there. So, I mean, with that healer card, actually, it could be that you are helping others to heal through those kind of situations where they feel like they want a second chance to rebuild their lives, to restructure as well. You could be helping people overcome those challenges. But I would say something, if you're a healer, then often healers are people that have been through similar experiences themselves, and that's why they are then able to help and assist others to overcome those sorts of things. So let's look at your energies specifically. So the Six of Wands here. I would say you're up for the challenge. Whatever you're trying to achieve, whatever you're trying to progress in, you are up for the challenge. Anything else for that Six of Wands? I mean, I did say it's a card of leadership, so you could be ready to lead, or you are leading at present in some way, shape or form, or you are actually putting yourself out there and being seen to help you progress in whatever way it is that you want to progress. Anything else for that Six of Wands? No. Anything else? Your cards are really busy today, Libra. They just want to fly everywhere. So you have the King of Swords. And to me, I mean, the King of Swords is a teacher, aren't they? They can be known as a teacher. They can be related to legal matters as well. But with this Six of Wands card, I mean, that, yeah, I think there could be a teaching vibe here. And it doesn't have to mean literally a teacher in a school. Again, healers, if you're a spiritual teacher of some sort, could be tutoring, could be anything. And King of Swords is associated with communication as well, isn't it? Anything else? Ten of Pentacles. So this suggests that what you're trying to do, however you're putting yourself out there, if you are teaching or communicating or whatever it is you're doing, there's income involved, or trying to gain income from it, trying to gain money from it. Or again, security, financial security with that Ten of Pentacles, working on gaining financial security. Anything else? So we've got a bit of anxiety there with that Nine of Swords. Anything else? Right, you've got the Lovers and you have the Six of Wands again. This to me is saying, so as I say, you've got the anxiety there. It's strange because Six of Wands are both cards of both cards. It's a card of successes, and it can be known as a card of success and victory. This Six of Wands for me, as I said before, it feels more like somebody being seen, putting themselves out there. For me, this particular Six of Wands isn't as much about victory. It can be, but it's more about being seen, being respected. Whereas this one does literally look more like victory. So I would say with the Nine of Swords, the Lovers, and the Six of Wands together, the anxiety is kind of worrying. If this is something that you've chosen to do and you want to progress in that you really love, suggested by the Lovers, because that's something that you love and it can often be a choice, known as the choice, isn't it, the Lovers? It's sort of saying by choosing what you love, will it be successful? Is it successful? Or that's what you're working towards, but there is a bit of anxiety here. Let's get one for the Nine of Swords and see what the anxiety is. Eight of Cups, okay. I mean, with this particular Eight of Cups, there's often a moon there, but this one, the moon really stands out in it for me, and it's like it's literally facing the unknown. You're going towards what you love. You're going for that ninth cup, the satisfaction, the fulfillment, but you're facing the unknown by doing it. You've got Strength there as well. And I don't know why recently for me the Strength card has been a lot about vulnerability. It is about courage, but I get a lot of surrender and vulnerability vibes from it. I mean, the Lion, as I've said before, I believe this is meant to be the Empress. You've got the Lion there. It's sort of surrendered in a way, like it's not weak at all, but it just feels safe and comfortable enough to be by the Empress without trying to rip her throat out. So that to me suggests some sort of vulnerability or surrender. Let's get one more for that Nine of Swords. You've got the Hanged Man that tried to peek out of the deck before. It's trusting your, and that's a card of surrender as well, isn't it? Actually, the Hanged Man. It can be about beliefs, but it is a card like the Hermit, and similar to the not the Empress, the High Priestess as well. It's about going inwards, going to your inner self, your inner knowledge as well. And I guess here the anxiety is trusting that will lead you to success in whatever way you want to be successful, whether it's that you want to make money, whether it's just that you want to assist people without making money. I mean, I would say money's involved since you've got the Ten of Pentacles and you had the King of Pentacles as well. Okay, so I would say your energy at present, I would say you're probably putting yourself out there and working towards building security still is like the main theme that's coming up here. Working towards success and being willing to put yourself out there. So Seven of Wands, that's like an external or surrounding energy. And the first thought that comes to mind often with the Seven of Wands is having to stand up for something, whether it's yourself, whether it's your cause. But let's get more on that. So anything else for that Seven of Wands? Okay, the Hierophants there, that doesn't shock me. I'm going to get a couple more for that, but I do have an idea. It's similar to the other set of cards, actually. The meaning for me is very similar, but I'll say it in a minute. Let's get a couple more. I'll get one more, although I don't know if I really need it at this point, but yeah. So that Seven of Wands for me, it's like a need. If you're not already doing so, it's a need to stand up for what you believe in, what you feel you love, what you want to do. It's that if I can find it again in here now, it goes back to that anxiety, doesn't it, where you're uncertain if it's going to work out, but you do have to stand up for it. You do have to put the work in and see it through. is what I'm getting. The Ace of Cups is what you love. That's what fulfills you. That's what makes you feel fulfilled. The Hierophant, potentially, I talked in the beginning about Capricorn and structures, tradition, hierarchy. There could be relevance to that. I'm going to clarify it before I make assumptions, because I mean, the Hierophant can be a spiritual teacher, so it could be you, to be honest. But it can also be about the restrictions caused by tradition as well. Can be about beliefs as well. Let's clarify the Hierophant and see what it means in this particular reading. Let's try that again. So what came out was the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Cups again. Let's try it again. I mean, both the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups to me indicate what you love. It's your heart's desire. Anything else? Right, we've got Judgment. Let's try it. Let's get another one. See, my first thought now is the Judgment. It's where, again, where you're having to stand up for what you believe in. But let's get more. Knight of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Moon. That's facing the unknown again, isn't it? So yeah, it's still giving that vibe of needing to stand up for what you believe in. Again, it could be you. That's the one that's standing there with your beliefs and standing up for it and standing strong in it. It could be any opposition you have against what you believe in, but the message is still the same about standing up for what you believe in and what you're doing. The Wheel here with the Moon, it sort of tells me that you don't know what's going to happen to you. You can't predict what's going to happen. You just have to stand up for it and keep going and believe in it. I think I mentioned earlier that this may be something that's that you've attempted before, or something similar that you've attempted before, and it's like another chance to do it. Or again, you could be assisting people who feel like they need a second chance to get their life together or to achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve. But in order to create this new, it feels like new life, that World card, it feels like trying to create a new life in a way. You will have to really stand up against any opposition, whatever capacity that comes in. Okay. I think with this compassion card, it's a case of being very compassionate with yourself, because, you know, when you're trying to achieve things, and success isn't immediate, is it? It takes time, and there can be a lot of ups and downs. Sometimes things are very slow to get off the ground, and you do have to be kind to yourself and not put yourself down if you feel like it's not working the way you want it to, or start getting into habits of self-blame where it's like, oh, I'm not good enough, I don't know if I can do this. So I would say compassion for yourself first of all before you can give it to anyone else. Right, we've got the Six of Cups and Two of Wands as your guidance. So let's see what comes up for that. I mean, the Six of Cups would relate to that fourth house element of things, about home, family, roots. Let's see how that plays a role in things. Maybe that has played a role in your decision making, is your roots and your background and your heritage and family life, how you were raised, what you experienced growing up. And then we get a child, Page of Pentacles. Okay. Yep, that was a close call. Yeah, it's all right. Seven of Cups and Three of Swords. I don't know why I'm getting this message, but something about don't let past something, what was it? It's gone. Past experiences influence your decisions now. That's what's coming through with that advice. Okay, anything else? No, I'm going to try that again. Yeah, because we've got the Page of Pentacles there. That's a child. I suppose that would be like, you know, when you're a child and you think that you, with the Seven of Cups as well, you're a child and you think that you can do anything you want, like any single thing that you're interested in. If you wanted to be an astronaut, you'd be like a 7-year-old kid and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be an astronaut when I grow up. You don't know how to do it. You have no idea how it would even work, but you just, the innocence, isn't it? And just children just they don't worry about the specific plan. They just have the dream and they just think they can do it, or they have hope. They have pure hope. I mean, you've got a progression as well from the Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, haven't you? Let's see what else we can get for that. But the Seven of Cups would be the dreams. I mean, as a kid, I'm sure well, maybe some children have one dream, but I know myself as a kid, I had like a million different careers or whatever that I was going to do, or things I was going to do with my life, and there wasn't a single part of me that thought, oh, that might be too hard, I'm not sure if I can do that. It was just like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do it. Anything else? And there's 3 children here. Child, child, child in all of the images. Well, actually, this may not be a child. Probably not a child, actually, but it looks... the person has the energy of a child. They're kind of in a bit of a fetal position. So it's probably not a child, but it's kind of gives the energy of a child in a way. That one's definitely... Or is it? What do we think? Is that one a child as well? Looks like it. If not, they're definitely giving childlike energy, right? We've got the... Yeah, it's that message of don't let past experiences or past disappointments affect the decisions you make now, or influence the decisions you make now. If you feel like you've made a lot of mistakes in the past, or you failed at things in the past, or made decisions that weren't the best for you in the past, you can't let that impact how you move forward. Not at all. Well, not at all. Obviously, there are things you learn from the past, but don't let that hold you back. Anything else? I'll get one more for that. That's where you held back, isn't it? The Devil. So yeah, it's I'm not getting anything different. It's that same message. Okay, so your guidance is don't let past experiences, especially anything relating to childhood or how you were raised, or beliefs that were put in your head, or that you grew up with, hold you back from don't let it influence the decisions you make now or how you move forward now. So again, be compassionate towards yourself. If you are going for anything to do with healing, spirituality, etc., there is a need here for connection. However you want to do that. Maybe you have relatives that are involved in this sort of thing, or friends, or you need to find people, because there was a lack of support here, wasn't there? So maybe you need to find people who are involved in those things, who can help to guide you. And there was a mention of mentorship in the Medicine card as well. Maybe that's the problem, is that maybe in the past, whatever you wanted to do, you may have tried to do it alone. And maybe that's where the change needs to be, is that where you move forward now, you need support, and you need it from the right people as well. Because we can ask for support, can't we? Or ask for assistance from people, but sometimes they can't, they're just not available, or they don't have the knowledge, they don't understand where you're coming from. The support needs to be from the right places, if that makes sense. So I'm going to get you a final oracle card from the Oracle of Shadows and Light, and then we'll see what more advice we can get for you. Let's give it one more shuffle. Okay, Libra, one more card of advice for you for the weekly check-in. If I can actually shuffle the cards today. I think I'm sitting in a really awkward position today and it's not helping me at all. There we go. You have Storm Angel, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes and energies. And that's exactly what I was saying about needing to get it, if you're going to get support, make sure you get it from the right places. So I am going to look in the book at this. I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to read, but let's see. So that's number 35. Okay, this is not too bad, to be honest, so I will read the whole message. So, Storm Angel, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. Right, about the Storm Angel, this beautiful fairy is dressed in storms. Energy around her crackles and sizzles, but she is calm and unharmed. Now it is your time and turn to learn to deal with the energy that is around you without compromising your own. That's that standing up for yourself, that 7 of Wands there. She appears when energies with major differences collide, when intentions are vastly different, when techniques are worlds apart, and when incompatible belief systems meet up. The Storm Angel speaks. There is nothing wrong at all with difference. Diversity is wonderful. Shadows and light are beautiful and necessary and can coexist in harmony. But certain kinds of difference do not blend. Like oil and water, they separate and cannot coexist in harmony. Therefore, I bring change. And when change comes, for some it is simple, easy and flowing. For others, dramatic, erratic, wild and full of static. Like I said, I appear when two forms of energy collide, high and low. I then appear to burn away the old and create a clear, fresh vibration where all that is stale and fearful and unpleasant has been cleared away. The wonderful thing about this challenging collision is that while you'll be nudged out of your comfort zone, you'll also realize just how much has changed and how far you've come. The results will be worth the pressure, trust me. When I appear, know that it is natural for people to feel tension, to become even more entrenched in their beliefs and to refuse to let go. The only approach you can take right now is to clearly and powerfully remain in integrity. I've been talking about integrity throughout all of the last week's readings, it wasn't I? Right, it says, do not compromise who you are out of a misguided notion of being compassionate. Okay, so compassionate towards yourself first. You must speak the truth that is in your heart and stay committed to that truth. The divination message says there may be arguments, even angry situations and fights at the moment. Withheld energies are being freed so they can be released. You will uncover the truth about a situation, as no one can lie when this angel is about her work. Any lies, deception, manipulation and cheating will be revealed. The most important objective for when you, the Storm Angel, is about to speak truthfully. We have the King of Swords. And act in integrity, as all is about... Okay, the most important objective is for you to speak truthfully, act in integrity, as all is about to become very transparent, and her fierce, bright light will reveal all that is hidden so it can be banished for good. Okay, I like that. That does work, doesn't it? So yeah, strong message of needing to stand up for yourself here. I mean, what may have happened in the past, where you had the 3 of Swords and 10 of Swords, when I said don't let situations, experiences from the past influence how you move forward now. Maybe you have had people in the past where there were collisions of beliefs and attitudes. Maybe other people were the reason that like, you know, and you let others knock your confidence and then you don't follow through on things because that, and not just individual people, but like society in general or community, you know, friends, family, etc. It can all have an input, an influence on how you feel and then how you move based on that. And as I say, I do feel here that you are building on your own security, so you need to stand up for that. But I will leave the reading there. Thank you for watching, Libra. Your monthly video for October is also up. And yeah, I need to keep saying that. I need to remind myself to say, as I always ask, feel free to leave your comments. Also, feel free to like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel if you wish to do that. But until the next video, take care.